Ethlizards are pumping. In this video, I'm going to tell you why, and we're going to go through the most recent seed round pitch deck from Ethlizards. So first, take a look at this. The floor right now is sitting at 1.43 ETH. Now, when I went to bed last night, it was around 0.9 ETH, so it's bumped up quite a bit. You can see right here, the one-day change is a 50% increase. Over 7 days, 83% increase. You can see down here at the sales, there's been quite a bit of sales over this past week, and some as low as 0.6 ETH. So we are definitely trending up in the right direction if you are an Ethlizards holder. So this is the most recent seed round pitch deck that Ethlizards put up. Right now, this is only accessible if you are in the Underground Lizard Lounge. I was actually given permission to put the link of this pitch deck down in the description below. So if you haven't seen it yet, go take a look. Or just stick around for this video because I'm going to go through it right now. So what do? Craft interconnected experiences using NFTs and IP from gaming studios. And this is mostly in the GameFi Web3 sector. Why do we do it? Gamers deserve a cohesive, fun virtual experience, not empty metaverses. Who we do it with? Illuvium and IMX are some of the things that they currently have things released on right now, but their goal is to work with half of the top 20 Web3 gaming studios. And as we go through this pitch deck, you'll see exactly why this is a very good possibility. So these are some of the partners that they already have. I'm not going to go through all of these, but you can see Immutable X, obviously a big one. Illuvium, big one, especially for people who view my YouTube channel here. So market proof. So the first thing that they really released out for their gaming ecosystem was Battle in the Beyond, and that's where you can take discs purchased from Illuvium and battle them with other players. And Ethlizards is taking a percentage of the revenue that's used when purchasing discs to Battle in the Beyond. Elemental Lizards is something that's coming real soon. They're going to have some lore along with that. But if you own and hold on to one of the venture Ethlizards, which is what I just showed you are pumping right now, then you will be getting airdropped 2 of these Elemental Lizards. Off the top of my head, I think there's going to be a max supply of 20,000 of them. So a nice quick way to get your hands on a couple of them is just by holding one of the venture lizards. And then there's also an airdrop with the Liz coin coming up soon, but I'll touch on that if it's not in this pitch deck. So some of the other things they're working on is Match 3, Top Trumps, Guilds of a Service. I'm not really sure what any of those are. A tower defense game, which most people are familiar with that. In a game like Imposters, I know there's a couple out there. There is one in Web3 called Imposters. I'm not sure if this is directly tied to that LEO Trades has out. But then in phase 3, they have commercializing and licensing their IP, games, merchandise, advertisements, as you can see here. So Battle and Beyond. So they do have a video here for Battle and Beyond. I have a couple videos myself talking about it, so I'm not going to play that for you right now. But some of the numbers that they've pulled since the launch of Battle and Beyond is that 71% of the discs purchased are being opened on the Battle and Beyond platform. It looks like 52% of people buying discs are opening them on Battle and Beyond, which is really a crazy statistic. But Ethlizards has always had a really tight community with Illuvium, so it kind of makes sense. Now, there's been over 13,000 discs opened since the launch, but honestly, that is a very low number because at the beginning of these waves of discs, so wave 1 and wave 2, those first few weeks where you get most of the volume, and Battle and Beyond came out well beyond that 3-week mark. I think it was probably closer to a 2-month mark of wave 2. So once we get into wave 3 and beyond, all of that volume that comes in at the beginning of these waves, it looks like we could expect close to 71% of that going into Battle and Beyond. And then they show here 83% of people who went in and opened one disc opened more than one disc. So they have some projections here for revenue from Battle and Beyond. Now these charts go all the way out to 2027. So obviously no one really knows if they're going to get there, but their projections show quite a bit of revenue coming from this. Obviously that ties in with the success of Illuvium, which I'm a very big bull on, obviously. And some of their other revenue streams are obviously the disc royalties, the Liz Pass that you use to be eligible for the leaderboards for Battle and Beyond, which there you can win exclusive NFTs, Elemental Lizards, and Liz Coin as well. Tournaments that they're going to be hosting, wagering on Battle and Beyond, which hasn't started yet, but it will be coming soon. And then emojis and cosmetics. So this is their vision. In Q3 2021 was when they get started with the 100 Genesis Lizards and the 5,050 Venture Lizards, where up until recently they were called the V2 Lizards. Q1 2022, they established themselves as a GameFi investment DAO. Then they started investing into other projects and building up a portfolio. just earlier this year, Q3 2023, they had the pre-seed round for the Lids token. If you held the lizard at that time, you were eligible for, I think, what ended up being around $83 per lizard at a $5 million valuation. Q4 2023, which we're currently in, is, a proof of some of that concept in Battle in the Beyond. Just next week, probably just in a couple days after you're watching this video, they do have the seed round raise. Now, if you hold an Ethlizard right now, you can allocate up to $2,500 to Lizcoin at a $20 million valuation. And just for a little context on that, the market cap for Illuvium right now is, I believe, around 600 million. So if you think the Ethlizards ecosystem can get up to what Illuvium is right now, you're looking at 20,000 into 600,000. What is that, a 30x from here? So any of these Lizcoin you pick up, if you're that bullish, could be a 30x. I picked up some in the pre-seed round, and I'm going to be picking up some more in this seed round. But this is one of the other big reasons why the Ethlizard floor is popping up right now. No one wants to sell because they want to allocate to the seed round for the Lizcoin. Now, Q2 2024, the Elemental Lizards collection is going to launch. And then Q3 2024 is when they start scaling up. And that could coincide with a really strong Web3 gaming bull market. So let me just get into the people that are really making this a success. We have Annie. Animostatos, Annie knows, whatever you want to call him. A lot of people in the Illuvium community knows him. He's been on the IMC Council for, I think we're going on to a third epoch for him. I just worked very closely with him for 6 months in the strategy subcouncil for Illuvium. There's a reason why he moved into that CEO position at Ethlizards. And I'm not too familiar with all of these faces on here, but if you go into the Ethlizards Discord and you tag any of these, ask questions, you get responses very quickly. Then obviously we have Kieran, who's their lead advisor, who's the CEO and co-founder of Illuvium. He is massive for this project as well. So this is the Lizcoin and the tokenomics of that. So this pre-seed round has already happened. This seed round, which is 25% of the tokens, is what's happening this next week. If you're holding these Genesis or Venture Lizards, you're going to be getting an airdrop, which is going to total in 7.5% of these tokens, which I believe comes out to, I think it's 1,500 Liz tokens per lizard. And I think this is coming out in two different waves. So initially, there's going to be probably 750 airdropped. And then I think a year later, we get the other 750. 5% are for in-game rewards. Some of those are already being given out from the Illuvium Beyond leaderboards. 12.5% yield farming. Now, this is something I'm big on. I did a lot of this with Illuvium. I'm still doing it. I did this with Ron on the Ronin network, and it's been massive. So I plan on doing a lot of yield farming by staking my Lizcoin when that starts up. So with this seed round, they're looking to raise $5 million, which is going to give them at least 28 months of runway, which is massive. And they already have products out there that are generating revenue. So I think that's what the plus is for. This $5 million is expected to get them to 28 plus months with the revenue that's going to be coming through. I think after this seed round, no one needs to worry about if Ethlizards is here for the long term. They're going to be here. This is one of the Elemental Lizards. I think there's eight of them. In the Discord and on Twitter, they're dropping little hints of what each of these, of like some of the lore for each of these as time goes on. I've been saving all those pictures, and once we get a clear answer, I'm going to put together another video about these Elemental Lizards. I'm really intrigued with those. Some lawyer stuff, and then just the end here. So, like I said, I'm going to put a link in the description below for this pitch deck. Like and subscribe to this video. I make a ton of Illuvium content. Ethlizards is my second biggest bag, the second biggest thing I'm bullish on, and I'm going to be making a lot more content about them as well. Thanks for watching.